Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane with a look at a smartphone that once ruled the Android world, the Samsung Galaxy S4. Specifically, the GT i9500, the 16GB unlocked version in white. Now, I know what you're thinking, the S4? Isn't that ancient history? Well, yes and no. While it's definitely not a flagship anymore, it's fascinating to revisit older tech and see how it holds up. This S4 boasts a 5-inch Super AMOLED display with a 1080 by 1920 resolution, protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Remember when 5 inches was considered huge? The screen is still vibrant and surprisingly sharp, even by today's standards. Under the hood, you'll find a 1.6 GHz quad-core processor, 2 GB of RAM, and that's 16 GB of internal storage, expandable via microSD. While that might sound paltry compared to modern smartphones, it was pretty impressive back in 2013. One of the S4's standout features was its 13MP rear camera. It could capture some pretty decent photos for its time, and even offered features like autofocus and an LED flash. The 2MP front camera, well, let's just say selfie technology has come a long way. This phone shipped with Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, a sweet treat back then. Of course, it's nowhere near the latest Android version, which means you'll be missing out on many modern features and security updates. The S4 also came with a bunch of software features that Samsung was really pushing at the time, like AirView, which let you preview content by hovering your finger over the screen, and Smart Scroll, which tracked your eyes to scroll through web pages. These features were a bit gimmicky, but they hinted at the innovations to come. Now, let's talk practicality. Is the S4 still usable in 2024? For basic tasks like calling, texting, and light web browsing, it can still get the job done. However, don't expect to run demanding apps or games smoothly. The aging processor and limited RAM will struggle to keep up. Also, the battery life will likely be significantly degraded by now. One important thing to note is the network compatibility. This unlocked model is compatible with GSM carriers like AT&T and T-Mobile, but it won't work with CDMA carriers like Verizon or Sprint. So, if you're considering picking one up, make sure it's compatible with your carrier. So, who is this phone for in 2024? Honestly, probably not your average consumer. It might be a fun nostalgic device for tech enthusiasts, or perhaps a cheap backup phone. It could also be a good option for someone who needs a very basic smartphone and isn't concerned about having the latest and greatest features. The Samsung Galaxy S4 was a groundbreaking phone in its time, and it's interesting to see how far smartphone technology has advanced since then. While it's not a practical daily driver for most people anymore, it holds a special place in mobile phone history.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.